First impressions on the GS 1300, the tractor of ADV bikes, in rain mode right now because it is a really rainy day. Preset route, so I'm not allowed to do anything I want with it, which is not so nice, but yeah, it's no problem. It feels much smoother than the previous GS. For your info, I had the 1250 and the 1200 GS. So I do have some experience with GS's. I've ridden around 20,000 kilometers on both, I think. And in my opinion, it's one of the best road bikes out there. But yeah, it's still a big and heavy bike, of course. Quick shifter is way less clunkier than the previous quick shifter. It's nice. It's really nice. I have it in rain mode because yeah, it's a new bike, so I want to be a little bit careful with the bike. I do like it. I think if you buy this bike, you don't want to ride off-road, especially with this version, because it's the Traumata, or how do you call that version, which is really beautiful. I will not buy this one because it's too green for my liking, but still, I like it. But yeah, it's a really comfortable bike. The suspension is really soft. The seat is really soft. It rides really easily. I think power-wise, it has a lot of torque, so you can't complain in terms of power. I think it will easily cruise all day long. Oh, the suspension is like a boat or something. I'm used to my KTM right now, and that bike is much lighter and the suspension is much more stiffer. And this is just like I'm riding a Cadillac or something like that. I would love to set it in Dynamic Pro or something, but I will do that if it's maybe a little bit less rainy. It's very nice to have blind spot detection on your bike, but it does annoy me a little bit because it distracts from the road. I'm still thinking about, okay, what is that thing in the corner of my eyes? But yeah, it's a really comfortable bike. I think I know already right now that if I would buy this bike as a road bike, I think you will not need anything more than this. You're taking it easy. Yeah, I'm not thinking, okay, this bike is a really good bike to ride off-road, but of course it is a really good bike. But if you compare it to the KTM, for example, or the Desthix, which is way lighter, I think I think the Desthix and the KTM are better off-road bikes, of course. But for a bike that you will ride mainly on road and sometimes off-road, just like GS is meaning, Gelandestraße, which means all kinds of roads or something, or multiple roads. It's a really easy bike to ride. It's really comfortable, but it's not blowing my mind or something. But maybe it's because my expectations were really high on this bike, and yeah, I do like it. But I'm not like, okay, this is a revolution or something, you know. But still a bit clunky. It's still a bit clunky. The Shift Assist Pro. I think if you would buy a bike for long distance travel, maybe two-up riding, this bike, or maybe the future adventure version is the bike to get. But I'm not blown away by it, absolutely not. I like it, and I would love to test it some more, but yeah. So, okay, let's talk about a few things, options, sound, comfort. Let's first talk about the sound. It sounds not great. I don't like it. Even with the Akrapovic exhaust, it's still a tractor. It is quieter than the previous GS for my. But it's still not like, oh, this is an awesome bike. But you can change it with a different exhaust, of course. In terms of comfort, it's just as comfortable as the previous GS, maybe even a little bit more, because the seat is really plush. I wonder how it is on a long day. Now, suspension, you have all kinds of different settings. I think the suspension is better than the previous one. But I do think with the adjustable windscreen and all that kind of stuff, it would. Oh, look at this. A little more wind protection. I think it's a perfect travel machine. But if you ride aggressively off-road with this version or the version with another electric windshield, I wonder how long it will take for it to get destroyed. I personally would not buy it with an electric windshield if you're riding hard off-road with it. But if you're only doing little gravel paths or fire roads or something like that, I think it's perfect. It's a really comfortable bike. It is growing on me. Oh shit, that's not a good thing. Yeah, it's for me it's impossible to buy it right now because it's pretty expensive, especially in this version. It's around 30,000 euros. It does feel like coming home. Yeah, because as I said, I had the 1250, I had the 1200, I did a lot of miles on it, and I absolutely loved that bike. And this feels like a good bike. But I think if I would buy it, I would buy it as a road bike, not as an off-road bike. Maybe I should try the trophy version and should do an off-road ride on it, maybe in the future. But yeah, I think if I would stop riding off-road as aggressively I'm doing with my Desert X and my KTM, I would definitely consider this. Okay, but let's talk about tech. So you have an electrical windshield, which is really nice. Could go wrong, of course. You could install navigation. You have really good suspension. Everything is adjustable. Riding modes. The TFT is exactly the same as the previous one, but I do think you have different settings right now, so it changes when you go to dynamic mode or something like that, probably. quick shifter is much better. I think the headlight should be as good as the previous one, maybe even better. I don't like the look of the headlight, so that's the only thing that would give me second thoughts on buying this bike. I do like the heated grips and the heated seat on this bike. I like the fact that you can put your phone in here. I have a lot of options with this bike. I do like the fact that the case is on the bike, if you are buying it for a road bike, does have a central locking system and charging ports and that kind of stuff, which is really nice. I would definitely not buy the air Krapovic exhaust. It is way lighter than the previous GS, but still a heavy bike if you compare it to my KTM. I think it's around 240 kilos or something like that. So that's not the most light bike in the world. But it's light for a big adventure bike. I wonder what KTM is going to do with the 1390. Let's change riding modes. Let's go to road. Let's see if that makes a difference. I do think that as a bike that you take on your vacation, mountain passes, it's just a really good bike. Still, I need to get used to the cornering because it feels so, how do you say that? Fake? This is annoying. I would definitely not buy the blind spot monitoring system. I don't need that on a bike. And I do like the fact that if you buy the Multistrada or something, you have really big mirrors. These are the same mirrors. And you have to imagine what happens when you crash this bike and you destroy the windshield, the mirrors, the turn signals on the hand guards. It's just, yeah, it will be really costly. I wonder how the radar is working. You also have a radar on this bike in terms of tech, but I would not miss that on a bike. But maybe if you're traveling for really long distances, it's a good thing to have, but otherwise I would not buy it. It's a really comfortable bike. It's a really comfortable bike. Yeah. Okay, so in terms of power, it has more than enough power. I think the torque is phenomenal. Horsepower is more than enough. Yeah, suspension is really good. I think that these tires are pretty good on road, but I couldn't push it to the max with the rider in front of me and with the wet road. But it's a really comfortable bike. I think I like it. I think I like it very much. It has to grow on me. I think if I would ride for a whole day with this bike, I would absolutely love it as a road bike. It's much more comfortable than my V100. I think you can also ride much faster on this bike than on the V100. It has less character, but yeah, it's a really good road bike. I cannot say anything about off-road, of course, but I can imagine the previous one was also good, but a bit heavy. This one should be a little bit better and lighter, so that's nice. The quick shifter is good. The engine is good. It does sound like shit, but yeah, that's something that you can resolve with a good exhaust. Yeah, overall conclusions, it's a lovely bike, and yeah, I would highly recommend to take a test ride if you're looking for an off-road bike, or sorry, if you're looking for an on-road bike. Off-road, as I said, I cannot say anything about that, but it is a really expensive bike, so keep that in mind. But you get what you pay for. I think there are no complaints on this bike as of now. It's just a really good bike to ride. It handles well. I do think the feel on this bike is also better than on the previous one. So the previous one were a lot more fake if you know what I mean. So because of the telelever suspension, it feels like there is no wheel in front of you, and with this bike you do have a more planted feel. Wind protection is also really good. I think this is the best wind protection that I've had on this type of bike as of now. I think it's even better than my previous GS, not a GSA, but it is better than my we're going not off-road, I think, but yeah, it's wind protection is better than the normal 1250 GS, absolutely. And I do think that when I saw the pictures, I thought it was really small looking, but I'm now on the bike and I do have the one with the normal suspension, so not the sport suspension. So yeah, that's also a thing that you need to keep in mind. So if you buy the sport suspension, it's a little bit higher, maybe that's even more comfortable, but yeah, I'm liking it until now. Yeah, awesome bike. I'm sorry to say. I would love to hate on this bike, but there's nothing to hate on. But I do think that yeah, would love to try it out one more time on a more sunnier road, maybe for a day or something, doing a good review on it. And then I can decide if I would eventually buy this bike if I won the lottery, because 30,000 euros for a bike like this is really expensive. So we need to keep that in mind. So it was not the best day to test this bike out, but yeah, it's fine. So as I said, highly recommend to check this bike out. Thanks for watching.